and welcome back to part 4 of the Donkey Kong Country playthrough. We're currently again in the middle of the 5th world, and we'll be finishing up the game pretty soon. It won't be this part, but we're close to the end, so which is why the levels from pretty much here on out are going to be mainly like the more difficult levels in the game. Like this one, for example, we're on a conveyor belt, and it's pretty much an auto-scrolling level.
It's already
Also, that's not how conveyor belts fucking work.
Yeah, it's I don't know how that works, because it does. I don't think. Yeah, it's just a platform, just standing on the thing. The platform itself is not a conveyor belt. It's just on a track, and it even like slows down and speeds up depending on the circumstance, what have you. So like that obstacle right there, it's slowed down just so you have like be afraid of the rocks that the tiny little neckies are going to fire at you. It's kind of weird like that. Yeah. Hello?
Hey.
Hello. Okay. Now the second part here. So, it's tricky with this part because you have the enemies falling from the higher ground. Anyone get it? No? It's just me? I'm all alone.
Most likely.
Damn.
No,
Cameron's
I'm just judging you at this point.
What do you mean you're judging me?
Cameron's the most normie out of all of us, in all honesty.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah.
Good job.
There you go. So I died right there because as Diddy Kong, you can't actually bounce off of the
You
bigger
bounce
enemies.
off, but
yeah,
you
can
can't
bounce
kill
off,
them.
but you can't kill them, right? So like there are minute differences between the two Kongs that make one better over the other for certain reasons. Like Diddy Kong is faster, but he can't kill the bigger enemies. Whereas Donkey Kong is slower, but he can kill the bigger enemies. So those are minute differences. I think speedrunners most likely switch to Diddy, and they only switch to Donkey whenever like they need to for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's fine. So, stick up the for Donkey Kong, really. But yeah. And even in the later games, too, like, there are differences between the two Kongs. I think the most obvious being Donkey Kong Country 2, because Diddy pretty much has the same basic moveset as he does in here, which now makes me think, how exactly did I kill the bigger enemies in the later games? But besides the point, Diddy has the same moves, and Dixie Kong, she has the ability to, like, I guess, glide. She has the ability to fly, but it's not really, like, flapping in the air. She's just kind of twirling her hair so she can get some great air time.
Yeah, it's just kind of a hover.
Hover!
Over!
It pretty much is, and it's pretty cool as well. And then, what was it, Donkey Kong Country 3? Basically, you're switched out with Dixie Kong, who still has the twirl, and then Kitty Kong, I believe. I don't remember the names. There are so many Kongs in this lore of
They're
Donkey
just getting
Kong.
fucking smaller and smaller as they go on.
Right?
Or Donkey Kong Country, you play as a fetus.
That makes me... That reminds me of the meme, because you know how like all the live-action Spider-Man movies, like the actors keep appearing to be younger and younger. So like in 2002, it was Toby, and then Aunt May was like really, really old, like 80-something. Then 2012's Amazing Spider-Man, Peter got younger, and then it's like Peter got younger, and so did Aunt May, just a tiny bit. So like Aunt May's now in her 60s or something. And then when Spider-Man Homecoming came out, that Spider-Man is in his teens, and then Aunt May is like in her like late 20s or early 30s or something like that. And
Wow.
So and that film
That
came
makes
out
sense.
in 2017. Now the meme is like, say what 2029. Let's take for example. Aunt May is like a 13-year-old girl, and then Spider-Man is just a sperm.
I saw something similar to that with.
Not gonna lie, I thought you guys saying oh man.
No, it's the other way around. So like, just like the Kongs, the Spider-Man actors keep getting younger and younger.
I saw something similar because Zero in the Smash community, when he used to actually still do stuff on his channel, would do videos of these like younger like Smash players who are really good at the game. They'd be like, oh, it's a 15-year-old prodigy or something like that, you know, and like the person who he does for the videos is like always like younger than the last one, and so the meme was like at like this certain whatever year or something like that. It's like it's like the Smash prodigy like fetus or something like that. Really, like beats the best player.
That'd be hilarious. Stick the controller up the There you go. That's how it works.
Maybe one day.
But yeah, that's kind of funny. But yeah, there are like so many Kongs in this Kong lore. It's kind of ridiculous because they're like Donkey, Diddy, Dixie, then Kitty in the country three country games, and then 64 adds Lanky, and then Chunky.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Hello? Ha ha, very funny. Hank, quit screwing around. You told me yourself not to screw around. Hank! Hope? Janet! Guys. Okay, seriously, don't joke around. Bring me up, let's go. Guys!
Welcome back. Sorry for that technical difficulty that we suffered there. My Discord crashed during the recording. We were still recording during that whole thing, so all that footage is there on the OBS. But my Discord just decided to crash for whatever reason, and then these guys were left there just stranded, not knowing what to do, all alone.
No, I was half like thinking like, should I just leave?
Wow. It's nice to know how much you're appreciated here. But
it really seems like everything's back working, and I think we've already actually passed the point where we crashed before.
Okay, yeah, we decided to start at the beginning of the water level again. So we're here. I actually don't know how far we got into the whole thing since the video and the recording was still going.
We definitely didn't go up to here. I know that much. We did not have
I think where it crashed, I don't think you even like lost Diddy Kong at that point when it crashed.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the swordfish. When I was doing that.
No, not even close.
Okay, coolio. So we're back. We're officially back from that nasty old crash. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I have no idea what just happened. It's like
you'll know it'll happen again. It's a probability. It'll happen again. It will continue doing this recording session.
I am inevitable.
It is.
We just, I don't know.
It won't happen. It probably won't happen today again, but it'll happen someday again.
Well, if you're talking about the probability of a thing crashing, sure, but like it depends when. I feel like the disagreement is more on the timing of when it will crash than if it will actually happen.
Because you know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, just like all things. Like this computer will probably die one day, and then I'll have to get a new one.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die. Yeah, we're not. It's like okay. There's some stupid like article headline from whatever newspaper. It was like scientists still can't discover the meaning of like eternal life or something like that. And I'm like,
wait, the meaning of eternal life?
Or like the ability rather. I'm like paraphrasing because this is like a month or two ago that I saw it. But I just found it really stupid that I was like, did we as like a human society forget that we're mortal or something like that?
Here's the thing. In all honesty, I feel like an immoral life is complete shit. being immortal will just completely suck dick. In all honesty.
Jeez.
I mean, it'd probably be cool in the moment, but yeah, like in the long run, like yeah, that's gonna suck.
The first like I say max 200 years, you gotta have the time of your life. Anything past that, you gotta be a complete miserable fuck.
You don't need to be obscene about it, Carlos. But yeah, I see.
Dude, what do you mean? This is how I talk. You know this is how I talk.
Well, then censor yourself.
No.
What do you mean, no? What are you? A free speech absolutist?
He's gonna have to censor it manually.
Yeah, I do see what you're saying. This is like a thought that I had like a couple of days ago, because I just had like a flashback to like 6th grade English class, and we were doing that book. I don't know if you guys did that. Remember this book called Tuck Everlasting?
I never read that.
I never even heard of it.
Okay, it's basically this family just stumbles upon this like, I think it's called a spring. It's not a hot spring, but like a tiny little spring, and they're like really thirsty. This is like the early 1800s or something, and so they drink it, but then they figured out they couldn't die, so they had actually found the fountain of youth. So they turned out to be they became immortals by drinking the water of eternal life. And then like flash forward to like early 1990s or something like that, and they're still alive. They're still the same like facial features and everything like that. They're still the same as they were back in 1880 something or whatever. They didn't age at all. They live an immortal life, and I think I think the father of the family explained in a paragraph, saying like, I even tried like shooting the shotgun in my barrel up my mouth, and I didn't die from it.
He just swallowed the bullets.
Yeah, and I was like, that's the premise of the whole book. I don't even remember what the story was about. I just
remember that like part of it.
Yeah, I just remember that part of it.
It will kind of make sense that you remember that part of it, because we started talking about immortality. It was like, of course, that would walk into his mind.
Yeah, perhaps like it wasn't more to like. Perhaps the point of Tuck Everlasting wasn't to really just focus on its own narrative, but rather the idea of immortal life or something like that. Just like how would a life lasting eternally work like that for as compared to everybody else in the world.
It's kind of depends on whether you think life has meaning because of death or because of what you do.
Yeah. So I think part of the story was like one of the family members falls in love with a mortal girl, actually, and so like then the mortal girl has to make a choice of like, does she have to drink the water too, or should she die and not suffer along with them? I think in the movie she actually does drink the hot spring.
Oh really?
Because the movie's dumb.
She drinks. Did you say she drinks the hot spring?
Well, not
They
like
just fucking chug the entire
thing.
just like fucking give it to me.
Right. Yeah.
Drinks it all through a straw.
I don't know. Perhaps one day I can go back and like personally look at it, because like probably the story is dumb on its face, but like the premise is probably the most interesting thing about it. It's like what do you do if you can live for like over 2,000 years and not die?
No, if I was that family, I would have bottled that shit up and started selling it.
Selling it, then we'd all become. See, this is where the problem of overpopulation. Exactly. Welcome to Donkey Kong Country, by the way.
Where we talk about literally anything but the game.
Yeah, we even though we played like a video game, Donkey Kong had nothing to do with immortality. So talking about immortality.
Exactly.
I feel like every single recording session we have, we make the joke of how we don't talk about the game we're watching.
Exactly. What's a game?
The game. The game is just there for like visual entertainment. Or we just talk about random shit.
Exactly. But yeah, it is.
Like
It is.
we just could post this in like fucking SoundCloud or Spotify, and we'll still have the same effect.
Perhaps, yeah. But it's something interesting, and I really didn't like how like the scientists or something of the article were like, we can't figure out eternal life. Yeah.
I think it's because I made the joke about like fucking blame the minority and shit. because the time I was playing FGO during shit.
If you guys didn't know, Carlos is considered brown, but
Yeah.
anyways, here's one of the boss fights here. Like this is like how I've mentioned previously that some of the boss fights in this game are just reused boss fights from the other worlds. This is not one of them. This is basically just a mook rush. Because the only way to against this, it's called dumb drum. So like Giant can, I guess. Now I'm thinking like, what are the proportions of like these monkeys and everything as compared to like everything else? That's a big ass barrel. But yeah, so that was just a boss rush. The only way to like quote damage the boss is just to defeat the mook rushes that it like spills out of the can. You know, like the old Toy Story monkey from the barrel thing. That's basically what that is.
It seems you have a fuel system with this thing.
Yeah, so like this is one of the gimmicked levels of the game. So this conveyor belt basically has
It's very obvious what it does. I don't think you need anybody to explain it.
collecting. Well, like here's the thing about the fuel cans. You'll also notice like the number of dots on them as well as the dots on the thing. So later down in the level there will be fuel cans with
less
like,
dots, like that one.
Right,
We'll
like
fill
that
up
one.
only 3 dots.
and that one will fill up 5 dots.
Yeah.
Then
So you can reach it.
I can't reach it, so but at least this is like where the checkpoint is. But yeah, later on there are like fuel cans with like 1 dot, and that's just like on the brink of your fuel expulsion of the
Yeah, so you
conveyor
basically have to try to get everything.
belt. Basically, yeah, it's even that hectic too, because if you happen to miss one, you're pretty much fucked. That's it, you're done.
Yeah.
There was a couple of times where like I think I already passed that one. Oh no, it's right here actually. I have to freaking move this tire over and like not let it fall into the bottomless pit so I can actually bounce off of it.
Wow.
That particular one. If you
That
don't
is
hit,
stupid.
if you don't hit that particular one, because it is possible to like accidentally go super fast and roll the tire off the stage completely. So if you don't like carefully push it onto the conveyor belt, see, I can do it like that. If you don't push it onto the conveyor belt like that, you can miss that one fuel can, and that fuel can is vital.
It seems every fuel can here is vital.
Exactly. Yeah, every single one, which is kind of an annoying level. I don't remember how many times I died here in my test playthrough. But, it was.
I can only imagine how much trouble I would have trying to play a level like this.
Oh yes, very much so. Especially with like how the game controls just generally. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not like I guess the best control I'd have to cite would be Super Mario World, because like Super Mario World probably has like the best 2D Mario controls and just feels everything just flows perfectly. But I feel like in Donkey Kong everything flows a little too well, if you will. So
Too slippery for you then.
yeah, too slippery. That's the word. Yeah. So yeah.
I can't believe you couldn't come up with that simple word.
Slippery. Yeah. But the jumps feel awkward. That's the thing as well. Slippery and awkward. So yeah, next part we'll see you guys.
Right, this one episode.
We'll see you
I
guys.
was doing 2 episodes as well.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We'll see you guys for the final part of Donkey Kong Country next time. As long as my Discord doesn't crash.